Just yesterday we discussed an alternative to Devin named AutoDev. However, the main issue with AutoDev is its accessibility challenges for typical AI users. It tends to be quite problematic since accessing it demands a certain level of programming expertise. To begin using it, there's no straightforward, user-friendly interface, making it difficult to leverage the AI agents effectively. This is why I'd like to introduce you to Devika. Devika represents a novel open-source alternative to Devin, functioning as an AI software engineer capable of comprehending high-level human directives. It can deconstruct these instructions into actionable steps, seek out pertinent information, and craft code to fulfill the specified goals. Just check out this demo video which will demonstrate how you can develop a game of life in Python using Pygame. This task presents a significant challenge for any AI agent, yet Devika managed to accomplish it successfully. Let's take a closer look. We begin with the prompt given to Devika: implement Conway's game of life in Python using Pygame. Devika then responds, expressing eagerness to offer a detailed plan for implementing Conway's game of life using Pygame. It proceeds to outline the essential steps needed for this task, detailing a few critical actions required. Initially, it involves researching and understanding the game's rules, then setting up the Pygame environment to create the game window, and finally implementing the data structure. Next, it focuses on developing the logic. We observe it rendering the game grid in the Pygame window and integrating user controls for visual enhancements. It thoroughly tests the game, documents the code, and prepares a README file to describe the project. Additionally, it mentions browsing the web to research topics such as the rules of Conway's game of life and Pygame library documentation, assuring that it will seek clarification if needed. Upon examining the user interface, it's evident that it shares a strong resemblance with Devin. It features a chat panel, displays the code at the bottom, and includes the game's implementation. You simply execute the game, and you can observe it booting up. Interestingly, this prompt was initially given to Devin, and I'll showcase this prompt right after this clip. When examining the demo videos produced by Cognitions for Devin, they indeed created a demonstration on the game of life, using the same prompt as with Devika. Impressively, it managed to generate the game subsequently. Likewise, Devika achieved the same feat, utilizing the same prompt and generating the game in a matter of seconds with Pygame. This development is exciting as it introduces an accessible UI as an alternative to Devin, proving to be quite beneficial, in my view. I firmly believe it's worth exploring. As we delve into today's video, we will uncover its capabilities, demonstrate how to install it, and much more. So with that in mind, stay tuned, and let's dive right in. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, we're diving into Devika, an alternative or an open source solution to Devin. For those who might not be familiar, Devin is essentially the first AI software engineer. But now we have Devika stepping into the scene as an alternative. Devika is an AI software engineer crafted to comprehend complex human instructions. It's capable of deconstructing these instructions into manageable steps, conducting relevant research, and generating code to achieve specific objectives, among other things. Devika uniquely combines large language models, planning algorithms, and web browsing capabilities to intelligently develop software. One interesting aspect to highlight is the creator's declaration that Devika is modeled after Devin, which comes from Cognition Labs. If you haven't seen my video on this topic, I highly recommend checking it out, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. The goal of this project is to provide an open-source alternative to Devin. They've mentioned their ambition to achieve the same performance level as Devin in this SW bench, a benchmark designed to evaluate different language models based on their ability to solve real-world GitHub issues and general problems. Impressively, Devin managed to outperform ChatGPT-4 and many other large language models in this specific benchmark. Devika emerges as the new open-source contender, striving not just to match Devin's capabilities but also to surpass them. Throughout today's video, we'll explore how Devika stands out, particularly through its impressive features. It boasts advanced AI planning and reasoning capabilities, enabling it to handle complex coding tasks efficiently. With contextual keyword recognition, Devika excels in focused research, ensuring that only relevant information is gathered. Moreover, its seamless web browsing functionality facilitates the collection of necessary data from online sources, enhancing its ability to develop and debug software with high efficiency. It features programming across multiple languages, enhancing adaptability to varied project needs. With a dynamic agent state for progress tracking and visualization, it facilitates natural language interactions through a chat interface. The backend hosts a project-centric organization and management system, optimizing data use. Moreover, its open-source, extensible architecture allows for seamless addition of new functionalities and integrations. Essentially, it serves as an AI coding assistant, capable of discerning your requirements, locating necessary information, and coding on your behalf, thus streamlining and improving software development efficiency. I firmly think this tool is a groundbreaking asset, especially as an open-source project that can be continuously developed and enhanced. It's designed to assist you in crafting the prototype of your software, and while it may not immediately deliver production-grade outcomes, it possesses the potential to evolve steadily towards that level of quality. Now, let's move on to demonstrate how you can actually begin working with it. I'm going to be showcasing how you can install it, so first things first, you need to make sure that you have the pre or visits fulfilled. You need to make sure that you have Git. This is an application that will help you clone the repository onto your desktop. Next, you will need a programming language, which is Python. This is something that's necessary for having this running, so once you have those two things running or installed, I would say you can then copy this command over here, go into your command prompt. This is for Windows obviously, but once you are here, you can then simply paste that code and click enter, and this will start cloning Devika. Once it has finished cloning, you can then simply just copy this, which is to navigate into the project directory. So once this has finished cloning, you can then paste it and go into this directory of Davis folder. You can then install the dependencies by copying this code and pasting it in, and this will take a couple of seconds to a couple minutes, and once this finished, I'll be right back. So while this is installing, what you can do is head over to the configuration section, and they basically said that you need to make sure that you have the necessary APIs to have this application functional. You can click on this, it'll take you to the section, and they basically state that they require certain configuration settings and API keys to function properly. You can go into the config.yml, we see it's installed. Now you can then go over and open the folder up, so I'm going to find it quickly in my folder. Once you have opened that up, you can trust the authors at your own discretion, and then you can go to the config.tl file, and this is where you're going to be setting the different API keys. So read through these APIs that you want to include. So if you're going to be using the OpenAI API key for your large language model for accessing the GPT models, you should import that over here. If you're going to be using Anthropic's API for accessing the cloud models, you would then require their key, and you would do the same thing for the following APIs that you're going to be using. So do this. Once you have set it, we can then proceed forward with the next step. Now, once you have set your API keys, you can then start the Devika server, and you can just copy this code and paste it into your command prompt. So what you can do now is make sure you paste this in. You can then start the server up. Then you simply just need to compile and run the UI, and you're going to be able to have the front end and back end running for this application, and you're going to be able to generate various sorts of things with it. Now, something to note, guys, is that this is the developer behind this project, and he basically stated that he rushed to create this project within like 20 hours and 3 days, and the code quality isn't the best because of that, but this is something that he just created out of a joke. I assume this video is likely to attract more users to his project, and I hope he keeps refining and enhancing it. It stands out as a promising open source option, though it still requires considerable improvement. Nonetheless, it's an excellent beginning, and I genuinely believe it could benefit many people by making AI agents more accessible through its user interface. I highly recommend checking it out using the links provided below. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been valuable to you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter to keep up with the latest AI news. Also, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video, and explore our previous content for more valuable insights. With that, have a fantastic day filled with positivity, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Take care, everyone.